welcome in. I am Crystal. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in and just checking out my videos. I really appreciate it. I do have a new song out. It's called Stars in the Night. I'll link it below. My people, I was shown a vision. I truly feel like God, the universe, the messengers of air, like I was shown a vision, right? Somebody, it's two people, it's a feminine energy, but it could be a man who is in his feminine energy that is a little imbalanced. So he's coming off very feminine-like or very emotional, okay? And imbalanced emotional. You and this person, again, it could be a feminine. You guys did something. Both of you guys could be like healers or just on your journey. Something with healing. You guys were called to do something, but only one of you guys were chosen. This person sent you out to go and do something, and you brought back whatever this is. Let's just say you went to go grab lunch, okay? And you brought them back their meal, and you had your meal. You finished your meal, and you clean up, and you were able to exit. But you left something there. I'm metaphorically speaking now. Let's just say your shoes. Like you took your shoes off to sit down and eat your meal. You got done with your meal. You got up. You went to go clean up your mess. You went to go clean up after yourself. You proceeded to move forward and go out. Then you realize, oh man, I don't have my shoes on. I'm gonna go get my shoes. So someone comes around and they see a mess left on the table. They see your shoes there. And that feminine energy person, she's not there anymore. But somebody saw something, right? They saw something. They saw you clean up your mess. They saw you heal. They saw you break hexes and curses. They saw you get what I'm saying? Somebody tried to blame you for a mess that was left behind that wasn't yours. So they could go and walk in your shoes. They couldn't even fit your shoes. They couldn't wear your shoes. They were still there. But they were pretending. So it's like this. They tried to blame you for a mess that they left on the table. Okay? They left a mess on the table. Y'all stay with me now. They were like, that's not... When they called the person back to face a judgment, they lied and was like, that's not my mess. That's not my plate. That's the collector's plate. That's your plate. You left it there. Like, straight-faced lying. And you're, of course, you know, at first saying, that is not mine. I cleaned up my plate. They're like, well, why are your shoes still there? That's your stuff. And they're picking their teeth. Like, I cleaned my plate up. I put mine away. Somebody on the outskirts, on the outline, was looking at you. They saw you bring this person this plate. They saw y'all eat. They saw you get up and take yours and wash it. They saw you leave your shoes there, and they saw this person try to tamper with it. All of this is being said because there's somebody in the spiritual on the judgment for why they chose to lie on you when they got the proof that it was them all the time. They just want to see how far this person was going to go. Remember, your shoes were there. This person tried to tamper with your shoes. She couldn't fit your shoes, so she did something to try and, you know, maybe poke holes in them so you'll get your feet wet. But that's okay because water element cleanses and heals you from that whatever hex, whatever trick or curse or whatever they tried to do to your journey as you know, take your next step, because God orders your steps, right? They've already been ordered. So they try to take that and abuse that whole little thought. So when they brought the person back in and asked them these questions, they had to answer for why they chose to do this to you this whole entire time. So somebody is about to face a harsh judgment and face a harsh truth, because there's footage, there's proof, there's eyewitnesses that they didn't see, because of course eyes are going to be on both of y'all if y'all are called to do something for the divine, like heal the creations that God created, help these people one soul at a time awaken, as they awaken, to point them in the right direction, which is light healing energy, sound healing energy, just healing energy. And this person, for a very long time, rode on this lie, tricked and fooled whoever they thought they were fooling. But there was some real people out there with spirit of discernment that could see right through them. And they saw you. They've been with you. And they seen you clean that plate. They seen you put away those dishes. They seen you clear your table. All you did was went back to get your shoes. Like, I forgot my stuff. And that person's plate was still there. And they was like, that's not mine. They kind of just slid it over. Like, that's yours. That's theirs. I cleaned mine. And they like, oh, okay, well, we got to figure out who this is. And then, we'll deal with that. You was being dealt with in a way that you shouldn't have. You went through things that you weren't supposed to go through. But God doesn't make mistakes. It taught you. It helped build you. The things, if you had left that mess there were some consequences that you would have had to truly bow down to. I meant that. But it wasn't happening. Because if you truly, really did that, then you wouldn't have been able to manifest the way you manifest. You wouldn't be able to experience these blessings. You would be experiencing harsh, painful judgment. And they tried their best to put it on you. But for some reason, it was denied. It was as if your angels and guardians and gods were like, no, they don't deserve that. No, they were present. They were here on this date and time. They did exactly what they were led and called to do. Who keeps saying that this person is not doing the right thing? The people who lied on them. The person who mess it is. So she trying to get you to clean up her mess or go through her karma while she sit in yours and take credit for something that you did. I'm hearing an ancestor bloodline. I'm hearing a family lineage. I'm hearing something like clearing karma off of your family unit. Just clearing up some karmic debt for a family unit. You did that, but she's saying that you didn't. You actually left the mess there. And now everybody sees, the one that was in the spirit in the background, they are revealing to people who the true healer is. Who did the true work, who actually cleaned up the mess. They're showing the people the vision of who truly is the alchemist. They're revealing to all those people that were lied to by that low vibrational feminine energy. And people are seeing that she's the one that left the mess. It's because of her that they're still in mess, because she never cleaned up for her side. She never cleaned up for her bloodline. Your bloodline is healing and growing and learning. Your bloodline is ascending. Her bloodline is descending. And they're like, well, if you cleaned up, then why aren't we in our royalty? Why aren't we in our spiritual royalty inheritance? Why aren't we in our kingdom? If you did the work, why we still hurting? Why we still jealous? Why we still nitpicking? Why we still trying to trigger folks? Why we still over here, Why we messing with her, trying to get her upset because we're upset that she's in peace? Why we trying to make her jealous? This would be a masculine energy that is jealous of your healing process and really want to poke and pry and dig on you to see if you truly are healed from a situation. So they try to trigger you and make you jealous over certain things and it ain't really working how they want it to. So they try to pick a fight with you just to see if you can get upset. And they just want to be like, oh, you're overreacting, and oh, you're just doing too much. It sounds like that person. But the true family, both sides, see who's been doing the work, who can find peace after a storm, or who can have peace during the storm, who's still irritated and bothered by people who they left behind. They haven't truly healed. Healing takes time. Yes, it does. But in the meantime, whoever this person is, they've been trying to sabotage your journey because you still moving forward with them shoes or not. You still moving forward. And they're trying to slow you down and lie on you and project the energy out to harm you or to get you to just trip up. But the divine is sick and tired of this person. Their spirit team is sick and tired of this person. Their passed on loved ones is sick and tired of this person. So they are calling judgment over that person because they need somebody to rise up and clean up this mess after this person. This person is no longer worthy or deemed the chosen one or the called one because they betrayed and deceived their own loved ones by trying to harm you. And the loved ones is like, it's a marathon. We got to do what we got to do. It ain't that their race is not our race. It's their place is not our place. Like, we have our own placement here. Like, we got to focus on ours. So no matter what people try to do to you, collective, they can't stop your power. They can't. Only you can do that, collective. We have our days, yes. We're growing and ascending. We're evolving. We're constantly picking and choosing, making choices every day. And this person chose to cause you delay. Like they truly wanted to make you pay for something that you already paid for. You already paid for. I'm hearing, okay, that sounds like Jesus Christ. For Christians and believers of Christ, they truly believe a physical man died on the cross. Okay, let's start there. And paid a price for your sins or your offense against God, right? This person could change it around for themselves, but they got to go through their lifetimes of lessons. Christ ain't finna pay that price no more when they already done showed you the way, introduced you to the light, introduced you to the comforter, always with you. Jesus is not coming back on no cloud. And if you truly know how to tap into that consciousness, that Christ consciousness, you'll know he here right now. Okay? For those who are Christian faith. I believe in all things spiritual of white light and the proper balance of dark, comforts of the dark. But whoever that person is, they dwelled and delved a little too much in their darkness to where that light embarrassed them. It hurt them because they felt too cowardly They keep saying embarrassed because of their bloodline lineage and what they had to heal in their ancestry. They weren't proud of their bloodline. I don't give a crap what my bloodline done went through. We got to heal this. We got to fix this. We got to face this like honey. We got to come out of this. You were like that. You were willing to do whatever it took. You didn't care good, bad, ugly, how scary it was. You faced it with faith. And you trust and believe that you can call out. And you can heal and pour in love to heal that. Which is broken, was hiccups. And this person was shown, but they so freaking superficial and they so traditional to where they just would just rather ignore it and get it on their manly own, their physical own. And it's like, that's not how you pay it. That's not how you do that. It's energy, it's spirit, it's frequency. Like, their ancestors and family on the other side is like, what? What is this? You just wearing the product. You don't really live it. You're not really it. Are you truly the light? Or are you just wearing something bright? Like, what is going on here? Y'all, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for listening. I wish you guys well. I hope you guys could follow that download, because it's real. Somebody truly tried to blame you for something that, for one, you didn't do. You took care of your end. You took care of your mess. You took care of it. You cleaned it up. And this person tried to tamper with your movement forward and then blame you for their mess that they left behind, that they are now dealing with. It is the time. All right, I love you guys.